Oh, thanks for the host music. Good timing, I am just starting. Alright everyone, welcome back to Mass Effect. Last time I did Novaria, had a nice schedule planned for today. I'm going to do Virmire, and then I'm going to do the Bringing Down the Sky DLC. Oh, I almost forgot. Because I did Novaria last, it's time to talk to some teammates. Not the most interesting way to start off the stream, but I forgot to do it before I stopped last time. So yep, I am streaming an hour early than I normally do, but I was thinking about making the Saturday streams a little longer, so by to do that, instead of going later, I think I'm just going to start an hour early from now on Saturdays. So it'd be 6 to 10.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Ouch. So, oh yeah, another event that happened last stream may or may not have killed Liara's mother.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
You know, generally, in this game, the bottom choices are fairly renegade, but when they're on this side, kind of depends. And no, I fully blame Saren.
I blame Saren. And if I were you, I'd want revenge.
We have enough reason to stop Saren. I do not need to add revenge to the list. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Yeah, it's because humans are short-lived. We literally live like 10% the lifespan of an Asari. We kind of have to be a little forceful.
But we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
I can see that.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Oh, well that's nice to say. Also, seeing as how some alien species think of humans as bullies, maybe not the greatest choice to make someone like Udina our ambassador. He kind of personifies that.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Okay, a little bit about the mechanics of this game. Once again, it is very, very, very easy to lock in a relationship in this game. And you can tell the tone of her voice changed. I don't want that, so I'm going to try to go a little neutral here.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
No, not at all.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Just friends, Liara. Just friends.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
You gotta be careful with those lines that lock out relationships. Because I mentioned before in Mass Effect 2, I was being nice to Jack. And that kind of popped up, and I told her, like, no, we're just friends. And she literally didn't talk to me the entire game. Every time I tried to talk to her after every story mission, she just said, in a very Jack way, go away. Oh, we haven't talked to Garrus since I killed that scientist guy.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we'll find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
Yeah, unfortunately, that is possible. Not a big fan of the Council.
You seem to have some thoughts on this. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
I like the enthusiasm. But I've played through this game a couple times. Right now I'm playing one of my canon runs. It's good guy Shepard, Paragon Shepard, who usually does, pretty much 95% of the time does the right choice, the good choice, the good moral choice. So not up for executing.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the Council to listen to him. And what about the Geth? They might try to free him.
True. But hey, knowledge.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Yes, sir.
And with Garrus, this game has a mechanic that isn't really talked about too much, but I think it only really affects a few lines in the sequel. If you push Garrus to be more like you, like a Paragon character, he does different stuff in between the games. Then if you push him to be a renegade, and whenever he says, like, we should take out Saren, and you go, like, hell yeah. It changes a little bit of dialogue into, but not much else.
Hey, Skipper. Any interest in a small drink? It's a special occasion.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the First Contact War ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Hey, Hazel. I love his new emotes. We need to get you the other arm, though.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
Yeah, this is something that Ashley's been kind of avoiding this whole time. Anytime you mention her family, she kind of like, tries to go to a different topic.
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. Takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
So yeah, that's why she kind of has a very large chip on her shoulder. When the First Contact War happened, her grandfather was at Shang-Chi and he surrendered because he wanted to save lives. That's something. The only time a human's ever surrendered to aliens. She didn't do it, her father didn't do it, but unfortunately it follows her family's last name.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shang-Chi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of them.
Yeah, that is extremely rough and a little unfair.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
Ooh.
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Oh boy. I think I might have accidentally just locked myself back into the romance. It's so easy to do that in this game. I literally had a conversation last time that said, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, but now I'm stuck in this again. Oh, hello, Coffee Bean. I mean, yeah, look. She has some baggage, yes. She's also a bit of a space racist. Not a big fan of that. I like how there's not an option for me to say, I don't want to do this. There's nothing I can do. I can't get out of it. Sure.
You're interested in me? It's hard to tell.
Maybe I'm not. I guess you've been too busy saving the galaxy to think about it. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
Interesting. The dialogue changed. So it did work. It was just a way to reuse that dialogue, so hey, I can respect that. Well.
The Alliance isn't perfect, but it does well enough.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
And there it is. Ashley, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you are a more complex character than a space racist, and you had to bring that up. It's like going to a family reunion and you have that one racist uncle, and everything's going fine in the conversation, and all of a sudden it's just like that.
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
How can you say that, given everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem, already sicking us on the bear. The Council races will always think of themselves first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them, not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
I don't know what God intends, Shepard. I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
Well, that's a nice start.
Humans are aggressive. We think fast, we move fast. Wars have started because of our need for constant progress. The Council can balance that.
Well, that's... Guess I never thought
And my bitrate crashed a bit.
Big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
I'm going to wait this out real quick. Of course. Of course. Okay, everything should be fine now. Yeah, unfortunately, this happens on the weekends more than anything. My bitrate will spike occasionally. And unfortunately, there's no way for me to really do that. I think it's just Comcast combined with Twitch. But it doesn't happen too often. But hey, so I got it out of the way.
What happened to your grandfather shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least somebody knows that. And a Star of Terror recipient, no less. Granddad must love that. I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Alright, so that conversation kind of made me like Ashley more, and then she went back to the whole I don't trust aliens thing, so, well, we're kind of back to where we started. Hey, Rex.
Shepard,
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm not like you, Shepard. I'm no hero. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
Yeah, you can tell that Rex does care about his people. But after years and years and years of trying and failing, he just kind of gave up.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
Fair enough. And that's it.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
See, it's weird that some of the teammates in this game have less dialogue than others. Like, Tally's pretty much done. Once you give her the data and talk to her a few times, I think this is going to be just the same as it always is.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
Alright, it's like a clarifying thing with Sarah, and that should be it.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Telly.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I'm going to miss you when you go back to your own people, Tally.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
I should go.
See you later.
Oh, Tally's one of my favorite characters. I had a discussion about that in a couple streams. Garrus is my favorite teammate, but Tally's a close second. And again, there was that topic of the characters are fine in this game. They're cool, but they really come alive in the second game. Obviously, they had more time to develop them. But if you really think about it, the characters like Rex, of course, is the exception. But characters like Garrus and Tally, you know, they're fine, but they're not. They don't reach that like great level until 2 and 3. But again, Rex is always cool. All right. Now I'm pretty sure I looked at all these planets already. I will double check and see if they have anything I need. Yep, I remember this one. Okay, now I know that a new system unlocked after I beat Novaria. I just don't remember which one it is. So rather than do that, I think I'm going to move on to the next story planet. So that means Virmire. This is probably my favorite mission in the entire game. I just like the setup of it. I like what you do. Of course, there's a giant choice that you have to make on this planet, which when you first play the game and it's not spoiled for you, is a very interesting moment. I don't remember how long I sat at that screen trying to make the decision. And it's going to be a tough choice now. As much as I might not like Ashley in some ways, when you have to choose between two people, it's kind of, isn't it? It's kind of wrong to choose who you like more, isn't it? Isn't it? Like a military situation, it's like, well, I like this person better. Namada. Nope. At this point, I'm just looking for planets. I think I only need like a handful of materials and maybe like one more medallion. Nothing. Alright, Virmire it is. It's a lush frontier world ideal for colonization by carbon-based species. Its vast seas and orbital position in the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid tropical terrain. Unfortunately, the political instability of the nearby terminus systems has impeded colonization efforts. The high risk of raids by pirates and slavers make it an unappealing homestead. Perfect place for someone like Saren. Ooh, this is a toughie. Who to bring? Well, I'm bringing Rex. I got the muscle. He also has symbiotics. You know what? I'll bring Ashley. Look, Ashley might not like aliens, but
must be our Solarian infiltration.
she'd be like Rex if anybody.
Check out those defense towers.
Drop the Mako. We'll go in hot and take them out.
I'll get you in underneath their radar, Commander.
And like any story level or planet, it's going to have the Mako part.
Got a clean drop, Commander.
Stay out of range and continue evasive maneuvers until I bring those AA towers down.
I know the drill. Meet you at the camp once those towers are offline. Joker out.
Now, 7 points, huh? I like to keep 2 when I get these unlocked. So I have 5 points to spend. And, I can't get anything with my last point. I can work towards something. How about this pistol? It's the only weapon I have. I might as well make it better. The pistol's pretty good in this game, though. Damn, 14 points. I've been neglecting Ashley's stuff. And immunity is broken in this game. You can play as a soldier on insane difficulty. As long as you have master immunity, you pretty much can't die. And Ashley's pretty much done. I really have nothing else to give her. One-dimensional, but it works. That's the other cool part about Soldier. You can max out what you need to pretty easily. So, I'll make her a backup sniper. Ooh, I can get max carnage. Perfect. Alright. And this place is, I mean, it obviously doesn't age the greatest, the skybox and stuff, but this looks really nice. Nice beach setting. I love the music. And in typical BioWare fashion, this is the, which I guess you would call it the 4th or 5th area that opens up. Dragon Age Origins does it, Knights of the Republic does it. It's the typical, you get 2 of the 3 planets done that you have access to. Oh, I'm a little too close. I can't hit him. Let me move here. And as you can tell, I'm not the greatest with keyboard controls. I am a console person. I could have put a mod in this to let me use a controller, but I wanted a different experience. And let me tell you, a keyboard's a different experience. My fingers don't cooperate as much as they used to. But anyway, back to the topic. If you can't tell, I get off topic pretty easily. My short-term attention span. Nope, no, be careful. I don't want to kill the crab people. I might have just killed one, can't tell. Am I going? Yeah, I am. Okay. There's multiple ways through this place, so it's kind of hard to get lost. Turned around, maybe. Oh. There you are. Yeah, the Mako's not so bad. Do I miss it in 2 and 3? Eh. Oh, I didn't even notice how close. Can I hit this thing? Come here. Nope, I literally go through it. Good to know.
They're taking damage.
Yep. Thank you, Rex. I'm aware. Nope, no. Oh, whew, I almost killed it. It's like the gas bags on Eden Prime. I don't want to kill it. I'm a little hurt, aren't I? I'm going to clear this stuff from a nice, safe... Oh, that was close. A nice, safe distance. I'm going to heal up. F. F for heal. Unfortunately, it doesn't heal the shields. I kind of just have to sit here and wait. But once again, I got off track. In Night Sealed Republic, you are given 4 planets to go to. Once you get 3 of them done, it basically unlocks a 5th. And that's kind of what Virmire is. Alright. I probably should have waited for my shields to come back. I am an impatient shepherd. And as you can see, I'm not great at games. I've kind of gotten steadily worse over... Okay, that really hurt. Out of the ship. Is it smart fighting Geth armatures on foot? Not really. I know the fighting is a little clunky in this game. I still like it. Any game that has an RPG set up with shooting, I find interesting. The idea that accuracy... I probably should have hacked it in the first place. The idea of accuracy being stat-based is interesting to me. And I also like the tight shooting mechanics of 2 and 3. Crap. I am literally out in the open. Okay, here we go. So yeah, just like the description of my channel says, if you're looking for some nice skill-based gameplay, not here. That is why I mainly stick to RPGs now. Don't get me wrong, I love... One of the things I look in a game more than anything is story and characters. But it also has the added benefit of not having to be good at games, really. At least in terms of reaction time. Trust me, I tried to play one of the last Black Ops that came out. I am horrendous. I also tried to play PUBG on the Xbox One. Didn't work out well. You know, I should really wait until my shield comes back. Typical RPG fashion, you gotta be patient. How about I just cheese this next part? I know I'm still getting hit, but it's not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. Artificial intelligence, huh? He couldn't figure out to move and come get me. So you know what? While I'm doing the Mako stuff, this is a good time to, you know, talk to chat a bit. If anyone's in chat that's played this before, and again, I don't mind spoilers. When I first started playing this, I was going to do kind of like a spoiler-free... I'm a little too close once again. I was going to do like a spoiler-free playthrough, but I felt like I was too limited to what I could talk about. The reason I started streaming was to play games like this and talk to people. It's something I used to do that I don't really get to do anymore. You know, a friend of mine and I would play single-player games. But basically it was like offline streaming, if you think about it that way. One of us would play a game, the other person would just, like, you know, talk and watch and just kind of do that thing. And unfortunately my friend moved away, so I can't really do that. So I started streaming because of that, I wanted to get that feeling back. Playing a fun game like this that I like, meeting new people that like it, and talking about it while I play. And not being able to mention spoilers kind of limited that quite a bit, so I kind of took that off the table. That way, if people in chat want to talk about certain things, I can.
I'm reading that the grid is down, Commander. On approach to the Solarian base now. Out.
The only time you'll ever see me not want spoilers is if I'm playing a new game for the first time, or even an old game for the first time.
Commander.
Like a good example, I hope to play and maybe stream blind Jade Empire, made by BioWare. It's pretty much Knights of the Old Republic, but in China, and it's a martial arts RPG combat system. I played it for like an hour once, a long time ago. That'd be a good example of a no spoiler playthrough. Oh, there's the Normandy. Nope. Yeah, a good question I like to ask when I'm playing Mass Effect or Final Fantasy X on my other days is I like to ask the chat, like, who's your favorite character? Good place to start. The reason I ask is there's the obvious answers: Rex, Garrus, Tali, Liara. But I always look for the interesting answers. I always joke about this. I'm still waiting for the day where someone says a character that I've never heard before is their favorite. I'm waiting for that one person to say that Jacob is their favorite character. Or James. Or Ashley. Or Caden. Pretty much all the humans. I feel like the human teammates in the Mass Effect games aren't very three-dimensional like the others are, but that kind of makes sense.
We shouldn't have any more trouble reaching the camp.
If you're going to make a game with aliens in it, you're going to want to focus more on the aliens. It's kind of interesting, because I feel like the Mass Effect universe, the aliens are very well made. The races, the lore, the way they act, their personalities, the voices they chose, the accents. But then I guess the human teammates were kind of pushed off to the side, like, hey, they're human, how can we mess that up? Whoa, okay. My Shepard is not the greatest driver. He's also not good with directions. You will see me get lost anywhere. Oh. Nice little piece of information. If you try to go out right here, you die. I accidentally did that once. I was curious. And yeah, it just instantly... I'm pretty sure it just instantly kills you.
Commander, Normandy's touched down at the base, but it looks like we're grounded. The Solarian captain can explain when you get here.
It's also something like happens on Therum, the planet where you get Liara. Because the Mako handle's so jumpy, sometimes you can just accidentally propel yourself into the lava and die.
There's the Solarian camp.
But this mission has some really cool moments, and here comes one of them.
So what are we supposed to do now?
Stay put until we can come up with a plan.
Are you in charge here? What's the situation?
I'm Captain Kirahi, 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG. You and your crew have just landed in the middle of a hot zone. Every AA gun within 10 miles has been alerted to your presence.
What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
We stay put until the Council sends the reinforcements we requested.
We are the reinforcements.
What? You're all they sent? I told the Council to send a fleet.
Yeah, I got a Krogan. That counts for something.
We couldn't understand your transmission. They sent me to investigate.
That is a repetition of our task. I lost half my men investigating this place.
So what have you found?
Saren's base of operations. He set up a research facility here, but it's crawling with Geth and very well fortified.
Is he here? Have you seen him?
No, but his Geth are everywhere, and we've intercepted some comms referring to Saren. This is his facility, there's no doubt about that.
What's Saren researching?
He's using the facility to breed an army of Krogan.
How is that possible?
Apparently, Saren has discovered a cure for the genophage.
Which is a pretty big deal. You know, the Krogan were neutered a while ago. I forget the numbers, but it's ridiculous. It's like 1 in every 1,000 births live. And the Solarians are the ones that did it. So if Saren found a cure for the genophage, not only can he make a giant Krogan army, but it's also very important to someone like Rex.
What's so important about curing this genophage?
It was the solution to the Krogan problem.
We introduced the genophage to the Krogan population after the uprising, to quell their numbers. Without it, the Krogan will quickly overrun the galaxy. And these Krogan follow Saren.
Yeah, Saren with an army of Krogan would be a very bad thing.
The Geth are bad enough, but a Krogan army? He'd be almost unstoppable.
Exactly my thoughts. We must ensure that this facility and its secrets are destroyed.
Destroyed? I don't think so. Our people are dying. This cure can save them.
If that cure leaves this planet, the Krogan will become unstoppable. We can't make the same mistake again.
We are not a mistake.
Is he going to be a problem? We already have enough angry Krogan to deal with.
No, I think he hurt Rex's feelings. That's why Rex isn't a typical Krogan. I feel like a typical Krogan would have ripped Kirahi's head off after saying that.
He'll be fine. I'll talk to him.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. My men and I need to rethink our plan of attack. Can you give us some time?
Go ahead, Captain. I'll come back soon.
We won't be long, Commander. In the meantime, if you need any supplies, you can talk to Commander Rentola. He's in one of the tents nearby.
Looks like things are a bit of a mess.
Yeah. I wouldn't be so worried if it wasn't for Rex. He looks like he's gonna blow a gasket.
You think I should go talk to him?
It wouldn't hurt. Well, it might, actually. Just do it carefully.
I'll be careful, but be ready, just in case.
I'm always ready.
Yeah, by ready, apparently I mean keep a gun on him. I didn't even know there was an option the first time I played this, because I played through Paragon first. But yeah, you can, in a messed up way, you can tell Ashley to shoot him.
This isn't right, Shepard. If there's a cure for the genophage, we can't destroy it.
I understand you're upset, but we both know Saren's the enemy here. He's the one you should be angry with.
Really? Saren created a cure for my people. You want to destroy it. Help me out here, Shepard. The lines between friend and foe are getting a little blurry from where I stand.
This isn't a cure, it's a weapon! And if Saren is allowed to use it, you won't be around to reap the benefits. None of us will.
That's a chance we should be willing to take. This is the fate of my entire people we're talking about. I've been loyal to you so far. Hell, you did more for me than my family ever did. But if I'm going to keep following you, I need to know we're doing it for the right reasons.
Well, this escalated quickly.
Rex, these Krogan are not your people. They're slaves of Saren. Tools. Is that what you want for them?
No, we were tools for the Council once. To thank us for wiping out the Rachni, they neutered us all. I doubt Saren will be as generous. All right, Shepard. You've made your point. I don't like this, but I trust you enough to follow your lead. Just one thing. When we find Saren, I want his head.
Deal. Look at all those Paragon points I got. Yeah, if you help him get his family armor, you don't even have to do a Paragon or Renegade check to keep him from, well, dying. But if you do, it'll be there. I just didn't even need it, because... And I think this is part of the PC version, or it's that mod that I have installed. Normally, to get that armor, you need the mission from him. But I was able to get the armor beforehand. Now, I need to find that shopkeep.
If we're doing this, then let's go.
Shops aren't too useful in this game. The two things I will buy are the licenses and the upgrades to, like, grenade capacity or metagel capacity.
I'm surprised you were able to reason with a Krogan.
Everyone thinks Krogan are just uncivilized fighting machines. I mean, to be fair, they all kind of are.
Your ability to calm the Krogan is impressive.
He has a name, Liara. Now, if I remember correctly, the shop should show up on my radar as a green square, but I'm not seeing them.
The upcoming battle frightens me, but I know Saren must be stopped.
Greetings, human. I am Commander Rentola. I can provide you with supplies for the upcoming mission. For anything else, I suggest you speak with Captain Kirahi.
Hello, shifty-looking goat. And yeah, I did not know this was coming. I've never played Mass Effect on PC. I don't know if this armor is PC only, or if it's with a mod that I installed, but I had never seen it. And also the Cerberus weaponry. It's a little overpowered, to be honest, but I'm a squishy engineer, so I'll take it.
Let me see what you have.
What little there is.
Wow. How long have I had maxed out money? Is that maxed out? No. I think I have one more digit to go. Like this. Like, I will buy stuff like this. And then that. And then that. There we go. I feel like there's no point, except for the endgame stuff and you're playing on harder difficulty, I feel like there's no point in buying stuff because then you end up finding a ton of stuff that's just as good or better. This is one of those games where it's just like the game throws guns at you and armor, and you have to constantly be switching them out.
Normally I wouldn't think much of Solarians in a firefight, but these soldiers seem well trained.
Oh, don't underestimate Solarians. I played mainly Solarian classes in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I like them.
Nice work with Rex. I didn't think anything would calm him down.
It won't be an easy fight, but we're ready when you are.
Well, let's go.
Thank you for speaking with the Krogan. The assault on Saren's base will be difficult enough as it is.
I assume that means you've come up with a plan.
Of sorts. We can convert our ship's drive system into a 20-kiloton ordnance. Crude, but effective.
Nice. Drop that nuke from orbit, and Saren can kiss his Turian ass goodbye.
Unfortunately, the facility is too well fortified for that. We'll need to place the bomb at a precise location.
It's not a great option. Yep, Solarian Infiltrator. I was partial to the Solarian Engineer, but that was before they nerfed Decoy into the ground. Decoy was a little broken before they did that. That was the way that you beat the harder difficulties pretty easily. I still like them, though.
Where do we take the nuke, and how do we get there?
The bomb must be taken to the far side of the facility. Your ship can drop it off, but we'll need to infiltrate the base, disable the AA guns, and pacify any ground forces first.
You want us to go in on foot? We don't have enough men.
It does sound a bit risky. Is there no other way?
No, but I think we can work around that. I'm going to divide my men into 3 teams and hit the front of the facility. While we've got their attention, you can sneak your shadow team in the back.
Not the greatest of plans. Taking the squishy Solarians, maybe the worst possible, well, I was getting ready to say, the worst race to do a head-on assault. I would say the Volus would be the worst, but they don't really count. Volus don't fight. That's the reason why they have a deal with the Turians. The Turians fight for them. The Volus take care of, like, their economy stuff.
It's a good idea, but your people are going to get slaughtered.
We're tougher than we look, Commander. But it's true. I don't expect many of us will make it out alive. And that makes what I'm going to ask even more difficult. I need one of your men to accompany me, to help coordinate the teams.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll need someone who knows Alliance communication protocols.
I volunteer, Commander.
Not so fast, LT. Commander Shepard will need you to arm the nuke. I'll go with the Solarians.
With all due respect, Gunnery Chief, it's not your place to decide.
Why is it that whenever someone says, with all due respect, they really mean kiss my ass?
Because it's a nice way of saying it. And yeah, I loved Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, but it did get a little goofy towards the end with all those weird classes they added. It kind of broke the game in a lot of ways. I loved playing as the Volus because it was just stupid. It was stupid fun. And then you had someone like the Geth Juggernaut, which was ridiculous. Yeah, I guess they figured it had been out long enough where it's like, let's just release fun stuff now.
Who would be better suited to the mission?
Either of these two will do, Commander. Both seem willing to sacrifice their lives if necessary, though if we are lucky, such sacrifices won't be required.
Now, who do I give them? Who do I give them? This is a tough choice. You know, he basically said anyone can arm the nuke. And you know what? Ashley doesn't really like hanging out with aliens. So you know what? You can take Caden.
Alenko, you're with the captain. Keep it simple, understood?
Aye, aye, Commander.
I will have the ordnance loaded onto the Normandy and brief your crew on its detonation sequencing. Do you have any questions before we go, Commander?
You know, I was going to say that Caden can give them something they don't have. Biotic support. Have we ever seen a biotic Solarian? I mean, up until Mass Effect, 3, we never saw a biotic Turian. We know they exist because they got one to train Caden and his childhood friends, I guess. So I guess it's possible. Maybe Solarians can't be biotics. Or at least they're rare.
The Normandy's picking me up. How will your teams escape the blast?
We will engage the Geth as long as possible. Once the bomb is in place, we will fall back to try and escape the blast radius. If we move quickly, we should be able to escape with acceptable casualties. If not, then our memories will live on as martyrs to a greater cause.
Ouch. I mean, I don't know if it has to do with, like, their physiology. Maybe they just can't be one. I don't think there's ever been one.
Shadow seems clear enough. What will the other teams be called?
Igor, Manovai, and Jaeto. They were the initial settlements on our first 3 colony worlds. They are at the heart of Solarian territory to this day. These names will remind my men what they are fighting for. They must have a personal stake in the fight if we are to have any chance of success.
I can understand that. Rally the troops.
Give me a quick rundown of the plan again.
You are Team Shadow. We will create a distraction while you infiltrate the base. Make your way to the breeding grounds at the heart of the facility. Disable the AA guns so the Normandy can land and deliver the nuke. If we get that far, we'll try to help you with guns, but don't count on it. Once you have the bomb, place it next to the geothermal taps. Then get out before it detonates.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready when you are, Captain.
Excellent. Then if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare my men.
Well, this is it. Don't do anything foolish while I'm gone, Ash. And that goes for you too, Commander.
We'll be fine, LT.
Yeah, good luck.
Is there something you wanted to say, Caden?
It's just weird going under someone else's command. I've got so used to working with you. All of you.
Don't worry so much. We'll see you on the other side.
I know, I just wanted to say that it's been an honor serving with you, Commander.
It doesn't matter if we're not in the same unit. We're still a team. Watch each other's backs, keep your eyes open, and fight like I know you can. We'll all come out of this in one piece.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, here comes the speech.
You all know the mission and what is at stake. I have come to trust each of you with my life, but I have also heard murmurs of discontent. I share your concerns. We are trained for espionage. We would be legends, but the records are sealed. Glory in battle is not our way. Think of our heroes. The Silent Steppe, who defeated a nation with a single shot. Or the Ever Alert, who kept armies at bay with hidden facts. These giants do not seem to give us solace here, but they are not all that we are. Before the network, there was the fleet. Before diplomacy, there were soldiers. Our influence stopped the Rachni, but before that, we held the line. Our influence stopped the Krogan, but before that, we held the line. Our influence will stop Saren. In the battle today, we will hold the line. Good luck, Commander. I hope we will meet again.
I don't know about you, but I'm pumped up. Oh, tough decision. Tough decision. I need some muscle for this. I've been using Rex a lot, though. How about Garrus and Ashley? This is what I call a teen trailer. Because the first time I ever saw like a in-game footage of this game was Ashley and Garrus. And that was on Therum. I remember that video. It had a mechanic that wasn't carried over. They had the idea that you could interrupt. You would have interrupt
Do you read me,
lines.
Commander?
And I guess they kind of added that in 2 and 3. They have the trigger interrupts, the Paragon Renegade ones. In the first one, you were supposed to be able to pick certain dialogue options and interrupt it and do different stuff. You can still technically do that, but it just cancels the voice line reading. It doesn't actually do an interrupt. Of course, I also remember Neanderthal Shepherd. From behind, mine kind of looks like Neanderthal Shepherd. Just the bald head.
It's fine. Let's move.
Good. We'll start our push. We'll try to make it to the AA guns, but it might be up to you to finish the job. And Commander, if you see any way to undermine their defenses, we could definitely use the help.
Well, Tristan, you are correct. It is Rex. I mean, it's Rex because he's awesome.
Repeat,
I mean, he's a Krogan.
Lieutenant Alenko with A Igor team. Manovai, Jayato team, move. Time to get some attention.
Also because he just feels like the most interesting character. Look, as much as I love... Garrus is my favorite character through the series.
Fire is coordinated on Manovai team. We can't reach the gas turrets. They're out of range. But
Garrus gets a lot more interesting in 2 and 3. They turn Garrus into a badass in 2. In this, he's fine. He's fine. But Rex is, okay, I'm dying. See, if you'll notice, I use my gun way too much. I'm used to being a soldier in this game, not a squishy caster. So you'll see me just using my pistol all the time and probably thinking, why don't I use my abilities?
Think we got him, Commander.
See, the thing is, in Mass Effect 1, I tend to go pretty even with my teammates. Like I've done in this playthrough. I think Liara actually has the least amount of team time for me, which is weird for me, but... Oh, I disrupted the communication. Go Kirahi and Caden. In 2, I tend to use the same people. I'm only on normal. I know that's kind of lame, but again, I'm not used to being a squishy character, so I kept dying a lot.
Something scrambled at targeting. We've got a shot. Lieutenant Alenko, take the heat off Manovai.
I almost switched back to Veteran. Veteran's the highest I can go, by the way. This is a fresh PC with no saves. So I can't even do higher than Veteran. But don't worry, in 2 and 3, I'll be playing on a harder difficulty. I enjoy 2 and 3 on harder difficulties.
They're calling SAT strikes. Teodo, watch for comm stations. Alenko, can you see anything?
Abilities. Alright. Oh, trust me, I've died a few times on normal, too.
Area secure.
Thing is, like, I've played through Mass Effect 1 probably at least 10 times all the way through, and probably a good 7 or 8 of them were as a soldier. Just because it's easier. I play through it for story. So when you play through casual as a soldier, the fighting is literally non-existent. It's just like you just mow people down. Okay, Krogan man. Calm down. Well, if I'm doing that, then I'll do damping. Oh, I just took out the thing with that. Cool.
All targets down.
Yeah, I feel like Soldier in 1 is really good. Soldier in 2 is also really good. But then Soldier in 3... When my first time through 3, I played on the hardest difficulty. I had some problems as the Soldier.
Aircraft heading to perimeter stations to recharge.
Oh, nope.
Up before they come back.
Cover system not great in this game. I hardly ever use it. Cover system in 2 and 3, necessary. Oh, you're a destroyer. You're a big boy. Nothing. Cool. But yeah, I have never played through Mass Effect 1 as an engineer, which I'm doing, as as a sentinel. Okay, that nearly killed me. Let me run back here for cover real quick. Man, snipers are a little brutal in this. Yeah, that's the mistake that I made. I wanted to get all the achievements in one playthrough in 3.
Form up with Jaeto. Hold that line.
So I played on the hardest difficulty on 3. I regretted it. It made me not like the game as much as I should have.
Holding ground. Jaeto around me. Shadow team must be getting close.
Of course, it's also the difference in classes. In 1, all the classes are kind of just mixes of the other classes. Okay. There are 2 Krogan flanking, or, around me. Not good, not good, not good. Sorry, Garrus, I think I shot you like 5 times. Ah. Okay, I don't want to go any further because I think I missed something.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Like, I find Sentinel a lot more appealing in the 2nd and 3rd game. The idea of the tech armor. In the first one, it literally doesn't even have pistol training. And it's just half biotic, half tech. Now, where did I miss this? Where's my map? Oh, I really missed it. I went all the way around. Uh-oh. I think I might have screwed this up. I didn't come here fast enough. I think the things are gone because I went too far ahead. Whoopsie. Welp. I gotta do it. This isn't so bad. I haven't missed that much. I don't want any of my Solarian friends to die. Oh wow, I'm actually further than I thought. Okay.
Hostile contact. Aircraft heading to perimeter stations to recharge.
Yep, I think I went slightly too far and it despawned them, so it's like, oh well, they're over there killing Solarians now. If I remember correctly, there are 3 things you can do to help out the team. There's the communication thing, there's the satellite thingy that you destroy, and then there's the take out the flying stuff.
All targets down.
And then there's the don't trigger the alarm and make them fight people one. Yep, there they are. They don't want to blow up, do they? Well, fix that problem. Geth flyers destroyed. Yeah, I must have missed them. Yeah, there's also something in this mission that I never knew about. And I didn't discover it until, like, my 7th or 8th time through the game. There's an alternate way into the base. I never knew that. And I've talked about this before, but I love those moments when you play a game like this after, like, a dozen times, and you find something new.
I've lost shields.
Ow. That hurt a lot. Like, I think there was that good example I used in Knights of the Republic. I recently played through it again, and there was a mission, a little side mission that I never knew about. Oh. Also, if you couldn't tell, I generally don't play casting squishy classes. I tend to play the sword and board tank-ish characters. So when I do play a caster squishy, I end up dying a lot.
Negative contacts, Commander.
But one of the benefits of playing Mass Effect 1 like this, the pistol in this game is really good. It's just like a lesser version of the assault rifle. But hey, that being said, I actually have a plan to play the Mass Effect series 2 more times after I'm done with this one. One is going to be a pure psychopathic renegade playthrough. The other is going to be a randomized playthrough, where literally everything is decided by coin flips and dice rolling. So it's literally going to be like a randomized world. I really want that sniper to die. Good, okay. Oh, you're going to rush me, Krogan, huh? I have nothing that helps me, but, neither do you. Okay, cool. I think Garrus just did a no-scope, just point-blank shot on this Krogan. As much as I like Rex, I mean, Garrus is still like my Garrus is my best space bro. All right. You know, if they cured the genophage, I'm kind of surprised there isn't more Krogan here. Oh, ooh, Outer Worlds. Yeah. Well, the cool thing about Outer Worlds was, guys, they can see them through the wall, apparently. But yeah, I know I missed stuff in Outer Worlds.
We've got access to base security. Should be able to cut the alarms from here. Might even be able to trigger alarms on the far side of the base. It'll clear the guards out for us, but they might be too much for Lieutenant Alenko and the Solarians to handle.
Nah, we can take them.
Just disable the alarms. We can handle any guards inside.
My first 2 streams I did in Outer Worlds were actually blind, but after that, I had streamed for like 14 hours in 2 days, and I kind of blew out my voice a bit. So I took a week off streaming, and I ended up playing it through on Xbox. And I did stuff differently. I found stuff that I hadn't found before, in the beginning even. Oh, he's still alive. He took that hit really well.
Solarians. Captain Kirby said something about this.
I might want to dodge that. Can I hack him? Nope, didn't work. Oh, I also heard some news that Outer Worlds is definitely getting DLC next year. I am really looking forward to that. Outer Worlds is also the first game I completed on stream, so it's always going to be like on a special list for me, kind of like Mass Effect is. Mass Effect is my favorite game series, so it's always going to be like one of those special kind of games to me. Just like I'm streaming Final Fantasy X as well, and that's also my favorite Final Fantasy, one of my favorite RPGs. Now, I think this takes me down there. Nope, this takes me up. I need to go back down. This is where my not so great memory comes into play. Even if I play the game a million times, I always make mistakes. I always go to the wrong place. In a sense, though, I've always said, like, it's impossible. Wait, how do I get down to where the Solarians are? This is what I'm talking about. It's impossible to play a game for the first time again but it's actually almost kind of for me because I have such a bad memory. Ah. Oh, now see, I missed that.
Well, you're not a Geth, and you're not wearing a lab coat. I guess I'm glad to see you. Lieutenant Gonto Imnes of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment, captured during recon. I assume the fleet was called in to destroy the base?
The transmission wasn't clear. The fleet's not coming.
I see. Then you must be the infiltration team. I know the captain. He will want this facility destroyed. My team was altered, indoctrinated. He knew about the breeding grounds. But the indoctrination is a greater threat, and far more horrifying. I watched good people reduced to mindless husks. There wasn't anything left. Others died during the experiments. I envy them.
Yeah, this is one of those messed up things you'll see in sci-fi and other stuff, even just zombies in general. The idea of your enemy being able to turn your allies into enemies. So not only does it bolster their numbers and takes your numbers down, but you end up fighting your own people. So it's kind of a nightmare in terms of combat.
Do you know anything about the experiments they were conducting?
They were studying indoctrination. Symptoms, progress. Saren uses it to control his people, but I don't think he fully understands it. I don't know much else. I just saw what it did to the others. Turned them into empty husks. I can't end up like that, please. Let me out.
Oh, can I trust him? He doesn't sound like a mindless husk, so...
I'm opening your cell, but then you're on your own.
Don't look back and hope to outrun the blast, A better chance than I had before you showed up. Thank you, human. And good luck. You'll need it.
And yeah, sorry, I missed that message. Yeah, there's a couple planets on the map you can't go to. A couple of them make a little bit of sense. Like the Hephaestus planet is so close to the sun, it might just be like, you might not even be able to live in it. Or, you know, survive on it. But yeah, there's a few that definitely scream DLC.
No threat here, Commander. This is horrible.
Why did Saren do this? There's just no reason.
Because Saren's a maniac.
Open the doors. Give them a chance to outrun the blast.
You sure, Commander? Just leave them wandering? Can't stand the thought of being like that. I'd want to be put out of my misery.
I mean, then the blast will do that.
Let them out. They won't hurt us.
If that's what you want, Commander. I just hate leaving them like this.
You know, I want to try something. I might have to reload. I want to try something. Nope. But stop. Okay. Oh, I was going to see if I could just shoot him. Nope. Honestly, I feel like that wouldn't be such a renegade thing to do. Put them out of their misery. But the blast is... They're not going to get away from the blast. So most likely the blast is going to finish them off. But yeah, that's a pretty bad fate. Okay, I have 2 ways to go. I know that way takes me where I want to go. I'm pretty sure this is just a dead end. Oh, more cells.
What do you want? I told you everything. Who are you? Alliance, right? I knew someone would come. It tried to break me, but it couldn't. I shut it out.
Slow down. I need to know where you came from.
Private Mano Savat of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG, sir. Captured well on reconnaissance 6 days ago. Glad to answer, sir. Never any questions from these bastards. Just whispers and poking and cutting. I'd have said anything to get out and get some payback. That's not too much to ask, is it? A little payback?
He doesn't sound very stable, does he?
What do they do to you, soldier?
Experiments, but I don't know what for. The effect of incessant whispering on my shortening temper? Who knows? I just need out.
Something's not right here, Commander.
Yeah, but I'm not just going to leave him.
If we don't let him out, he's as good as dead. We have to do something.
Yes, leaving me here would be bad. Very bad. It's too small and the noise just won't go away. Whispering is loud, you know? I need to get out. Let me out.
I'll let him out. What's the risk? He's unarmed.
Set him free. He could help us.
Yes, sir. You'll find I am very good at following orders. I should be. I hear them over and over. Why are they repeated when they are so simple? So damn simple!
All right. Garrus. Oh, they're all here. Why does he have a pistol? Was this a trap? Like, otherwise, why would they put people with pistols in cells? Now, I think this might lead to the way that you could get in the water, in the sewer system, I think. Yeah, when I first played this, and even every time after that, I always wondered where this door led. There's enemies on the other side, and I can never open it. It's because that's the way you come in from the sewer. And after Virmire, I'm going to have to do another, my favorite part of the stream, item management.
Area secured.
Okay. So I go back where I came from, and then I go up the elevator. See, I'm not lost. I know where I'm going. Okay. Oh, creepy. I've actually been reading the, I'm still reading the second book of the Expanse series, so the husks remind me of that. I love me some sci-fi stuff. Oh, ow, what was that?
What is going on here?
The scientist has invincibility thing? Like, what the? Garrus?
No, stay back. This is important work. This is the glorious salvation of my species. You will not destroy the work we have started.
What the? Oh, she was switching weapons. That's what it was. I was wondering why the weapon was in a weird angle. She was switching weapons. See, I kind of feel bad for killing him. I'm sure he was being used like the rest of them. Sorry, Rex. But I can't risk my enemy having an army of Krogan. And lucky for Rex, this is my nice playthrough, so it'll all work out in the end for him. Is it bad to say that I'm actually looking forward to my Renegade playthrough? Like, there's been moments in Mass Effect 1 where I'm like, man, I can't wait till I do my Kill Everyone Renegade playthrough. I guess it's the same thing as enjoying a Dark Side playthrough in Knights of the Republic. It's gonna be fun when I get to Mass Effect 2 and I get my little drone friend. It'll be fun.
Perimeter clear.
And I love the engineer's abilities in 2. Incinerate and Overload, I love those abilities. They're fun. I don't use Cryoblast that much.
Don't shoot! Please, I just want to get out of here before it's too late.
I'm not going to hurt you. Who are you?
Ranathanoptis, neurospecialist. But this job isn't worth dying over, or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
Hold on, I gotta shift in my chair a little bit. Ow. I have a personal information share time. But no, I have a really crappy PC chair that has like no cushion to it. Ow. And the way that I sit, I put a lot of pressure on my tailbone. And it tends to pinch some nerves and stuff down there. Doesn't feel great when I move. There we go. Well, hey, anyone can have Force Lightning in Knights of the Republic. It just costs more. But yeah, Darkside in KOTOR, especially KOTOR 2, is so fun and just satisfying. Although I think the canon version of Revan in KOTOR 1 is light side. I'm pretty sure Revan canonically is a light side guy, and the Exile from KOTOR 2 is canonically a woman who's dark side. I mean, it can be whatever you want, but in terms of like the actual story of the Old Republic, I think that's the case.
I thought this was a breeding facility.
Not this level. We're studying Sovereign's effect on organic minds. At least that's what I assumed. Saren kept us in the dark as much as possible.
You helped him, and you don't even know why?
I didn't have the option of negotiating. This position is a little more permanent than I had expected. But I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren's private lab. I can get you in.
Why, thank you.
Full access. All of Saren's private files. Are we good? Can I go?
Although if I was Renegade, I'd be asking the question, or telling her, you really shouldn't have opened the door first, because now I have no reason to keep you alive. See, I'm already in the mindset of my Renegade playthrough. And I don't roleplay games, but honestly, I might roleplay the Renegade Shepherd playthrough a little bit. Just a little bit.
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers, to control them. It's called indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Solarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage, too.
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey. Eventually, you just stop thinking for yourself. It happens to everyone at the facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before it happens to me.
Yeah, that's incredibly creepy and just uncomfortable to think about.
Why is Saren researching this? Isn't he the one controlling it?
The signal comes from the ship. It makes us obey Saren, but I don't think he controls it. Not exactly. I think he's scared it might be affecting him. Indoctrination is subtle. By the time the effects become noticeable, it's usually too late.
Which is interesting. If Saren believes that it might be influencing him, that means he still has his mind as his own. If he's well aware that it could be affecting him, that means he's not completely gone yet.
Tell me more about this signal.
Signal's not exactly the right word. There's some kind of energy field emanating from the ship. It changes thought patterns. Over time, days, maybe a week, it weakens your will. You become easier to manipulate and control, but it's a degenerative condition. There's a balance between control and usefulness. The less freedom a subject maintains, the less capable it becomes.
I wonder if that was a bit retconned. Just a little bit in 3. I guess it isn't, because if you look at the game, like the husks and stuff like that, the stuff that you fight in 3, you only have one purpose, to fight. I suppose that someone like Saren, he's smart enough to do certain things because his mind is still partially his own. A husk is no more than like an animal. Which would explain why Saren is left somewhat untouched.
I'm gonna blow this place to hell and gone. If you want to make it out alive, you better start running.
What? You can't. But I'll never. Ah!
Ah!
I enjoyed that.
Of course you did. How is that the nice option? Oh, okay, good. Whew. I'm not a big fan of that mini game. I kind of missed the one on the Xbox. I don't have the best spatial orientation, so when you have to hit left to move right when you're upside down on that thing, I have a hard time doing it sometimes. You know, I'm actually pretty far into this game now that I think about it. I need to start modding Mass Effect 2 and getting ready for it. I don't want to wait till the last minute.
Commander, look over here. It's another beacon, like the one on Eden Prime.
And here it is. Now, every story planet in this game has a purpose, and that's what I love about it. You need all the pieces to get to the end. When you're missing only one, you can't get to the end game. So every piece, and like so far, what do we have? We have the beacon on Eden Prime, which gave us some fragments. We have Liara, who can see those memories from within us, who can help us figure it out. And then we went to Novaria and got the location of the Mu relay. We have no idea why we have that, but we know it's important. And now we're about to get a whole new chunk of information because this beacon won't break. Some nice evil music playing. I feel like Saren was a little careless just leaving this thing around. I wonder why he kept it. He destroyed the one on Eden Prime because he couldn't take it with him, I guess. But I don't know why you would keep this. Plot hole. No, I'm sure there's a reason why he kept it.
This is not good.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
First thing, I love the voice. Second, this is part of the reason why I like Mass Effect 1 the best, overall. In Mass Effect 1, the Reapers are unknown. We don't know what they are. He just says, like, we're beyond your comprehension. But I feel like they wrote themselves into a corner. Because once they got to 2 and 3, it was a little, let's be honest, it's a little lame in 3. But I don't blame them. That's why I kind of like when it was more vague and mysterious. But at some point, you have to kind of reveal that. And it was a good chance it was going to be a little bit of a letdown.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You couldn't have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
You can also kind of tell from the dialogue here, and looking back at it after you played 3, they changed some story stuff around. Unless the whole point was the Reapers don't give you the correct information to, like, mislead you. Because now they're like, we kill everything. Organics must die. And the third one, it's, you know, if you played 3, you know what I'm talking about. But we already know for a fact, the story parts of 2 and especially 3 were changed around because the story was leaked. The whole dark energy thing was cut. So, maybe it was different then.
There is an entire galaxy of races united and ready to face you.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Yep. And that's why it's not great technology to understand. The Keepers run the Citadel and we don't know anything about them. So according to Mr. Reaper Man, the Citadel and the relays were built by the Reapers. Kind of makes you wonder, like, why would you give them technology? So they evolve in a certain way. It makes them predictable.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us. They're here to wipe us out.
Hey, Silver. You're just in time for the Reaper conversation.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Fair enough, I suppose. As much as I said I like the mysteriousness of the Reapers in 1 the best, it is a little bit of a cop-out story-wise. It's like, we need a story for the villain. Oh, what are they? What's their past? Like, we don't have to tell anybody. When my friend and I were thinking about ways to make an RPG story, he literally told me, we don't have to. Part of being able to do that, at least in the first one, is you don't have to be specific. You can leave it vague. Like, you don't have to explain everything. In fact, sometimes that makes it better.
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are Legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world. You cannot escape your doom.
Well, first off, you're not Legion. Legion's my friend. He's not you. And yeah, there are a bunch of Reapers. When you think about it, what we know of Reapers, if a Reaper is created by a civilization every cycle, at least one. We know at least one. And they've done this for who knows how long. There are so many Reapers. And we're only fighting one.
You're not even alive. Not really. You're just a machine. And machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Commander, we got trouble.
Oh, they definitely have a beginning. It's just, they were purposely vague in this game, so they don't tell you. According to the Reapers, they're all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful, have always existed. We know that's a bunch of crap. Also, they're not just artificial. We know they're also organic.
Hit me, Joker.
That ship's Sovereign? It's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half. It's coming your way, and it's coming hard. You need to wrap things up in there fast.
This thing is fried. Orders, Commander?
Let's head to the breeding facility. Joker can pick us up after we set the nuke.
Oh, that was one of those rare autosaves. And you know what? I think we know a little bit about the race before the Protheans. At least one of them. I think it's in the lore somewhere in the Codex, somewhere in one of the games. I think we learned something about them. Unfortunately, the Reapers do a pretty efficient job of wiping out races every cycle. The Protheans were a little more advanced, so they were able to keep a little more.
Alenko, head them off. Hold them.
It sounds like our new Solarian friends in Caden aren't doing great.
I smell trouble.
See, this is why. Don't get me wrong. The combat in this game is okay. It's fine. Not the highlight of the game.
I've lost shields.
But it's stuff like this. I literally just kind of stood there and I'm just shooting him. I love how in 2 and 3 it's so much more fast-paced, and you know what? I'll say it. I love the combat in Andromeda. After playing through Andromeda and then going back to the original series, it's a little rough.
I've lost shield.
Okay, that hurt a lot. Yeah, if you read all the information on the planets that you find, there's little bits and pieces of everything. Hell, the Leviathan of Dis is mentioned in this game. You don't find out what that is until 3 DLC. Garrus is dying. Oh, Krogan are not fun to fight when they have that immunity ability. Looks like Garrus has my back. Garrus, you are way too close with a sniper rifle. He's gonna shoot over my shoulder. Any abilities I can use? Any, no, not really. Alright then. I am doing... Okay, good. It's gone. Okay, good. Whew. Unfortunately, my abilities aren't great against organics. Little extra damage. That's cool. And... dead. Of course, the idea of an ancient race has been used in a lot of sci-fi stuff. You know, the Forerunners. And one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Stargate. The Ancients. But hey, it's tried and true. It always works. When you need a plot point of something, go to that ancient civilization idea. It's overused, but it works. And let me tell you, when you're trying to think of story ideas in a game, it is incredibly hard to think of something original.
Nasty holes in the Normandy.
If it... Okay. Well, I'm dead. Awesome. And I'm back here. Okay, then. This is why I play on normal. You know what? I only watched it once. I'm thinking about watching it again. Ancient Aliens Season 1 was actually very interesting to watch. I love, like, historical mysteries. Things we can't explain. After Season 1, it gets a little off the rails. Oh, ooh, that was incredibly close.
That's
Yeah,
it.
for turning
Back
from
of
your
attack.
position, Gieto. Looks like Shadow kicked a sensitive spot. Alenko, head them off. Hold them.
I mentioned this when I got to this part in the story. I love the idea of aliens stuff, like Contact one day. Imagine the world of Mass Effect when they woke up and found the relay. Imagine if we woke up in the real world and heard on the news aliens just landed. Like, it'd be like one of those moments where it's just like, what do you do? Yeah, you either have to, even if you take an old idea and tweak it to yourself, it still feels like you're stealing a bit, doesn't it? In your mind, it's like, oh, I kind of feel bad. It's like, this isn't original, this isn't mine. But what can you do? So many things have been done. I feel like anything I watch now, or especially play, any game that I play nowadays, I can literally describe by just saying like 3 or 4 games that make up the game. It's kind of scary at one thing because in the world of Mass Effect, galactic like the planet stability and government was kind of in a better place than we are right now. So if we found that, I would hate to see what would happen. It might not be great.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Kind of like the idea that if I forget who said this. Well, I know I think it was Stephen Hawking who talked about, like, if we ever contact aliens, we're dead. Like, if aliens ever contact us and land here, we're screwed. Because it's like, come on. They're so more, unless they're like super benevolent, we're in trouble. Or like the idea of shouting to the galaxy that, hey, this is where we live, isn't the greatest idea. Well, look, I love Final Fantasy games, but Final Fantasy 12 is basically Star Wars. Once you realize that, it's so similar. Everything that happens in that game, even the characters are like all Star Wars characters. The moment when you realize that Balthier and Fran are just Han and Chewbacca. There we go. Well, like Outer Worlds. Look, I love Outer Worlds. But it's literally Fallout in space with a couple other things. That's fine. It works. I like it. Again, I am a sucker for sci-fi stuff. Okay, well... I am not Garrus. I cannot take a rocket to the face. Okay, you know what? I need to start saving it more often. Speaking of that, that does make my idea what my first emote's going to be. I think I know what it's going to be. It's going to be some variation of save. Because I tend not to save the game when I should, and I pay for it.
Yeah, they're turning from your position, Gieto. Looks like Shadow kicked a sensitive spot. Alenko, head them off. Hold them.
Hostile spotted.
I don't know. Like, again, I'm a big fan of Mass Effect. But I'm the first to admit there's a lot of sci-fi tropes in it, which, again, I'm fine with. They work. I'm okay with it. Trying firsthand to make a story for a game and build a world, it's so hard to be like, hey, this sounds like a good idea, and it's like, oh, wait. We literally had an idea, and my friend that was... he's played all the way through Final Fantasy V. I have not. And I had an idea that night, and I was like, oh, this could be a really good idea to use. What just happened? Yeah. You can complain all you want that it's not original. If you enjoy it, meh. You know, it's like, oh, that was lazy writing. They borrowed directly from this, and this, and it's like, whatever, I like it. It's fine. Does it get an award for best original story? No. I have to feel that way, because if I'm going to make, if my friend and I are going to make any headway into a story of some kind, we're just going to have to deal with it. Like, I had an idea for a game mechanic in the battle system that is very similar to Chrono Trigger. Is it a direct copy? No. I literally had the idea, and then I was like, wait a minute. That sounds very familiar. I'm sure it influenced me a little bit. But I've played so many JRPGs, it's hard not to. Okay, I need to really beat this part now. Alright, Krogan. Can't shoot now. He switched weapons. Never mind, he's dead.
Think we're good, Commander.
I feel like watching Stargate now. There's so many things to watch. The new season of The Expanse came out, but I'm not going to watch it until I read the book it's based on. I'm only on book 2. They're on season 4. And I'm pretty sure each season's a book. Book 1 was pretty much season 1. So if that holds true... Come on, there we go.
That turret could punch some nasty holes.
Didn't it just come out? She's like me with other stuff. I like to binge stuff. But I've kind of learned to take my time with stuff now. Because once I binge it, it's over. And it's like, oh, it's over. I kind of force myself to take my time with stuff now to get more out of it. Okay, you are extremely close to me. It's like Outer Worlds. I kind of forced myself to take breaks to make it last longer. Speaking of binging stuff, I don't have Disney Plus, but yep, I was literally going to mention The Mandalorian. I don't have Disney Plus, but I'm going to wait for it to be out for a bit. All of it's out, and then I'm going to get that week trial and just binge watch it. I heard it's good, so I'm looking forward to it. And speaking of Star Wars, I got my tickets ready. Thursday night. It's not the first showing. I want to do the first showing at 6. I want to do the first showing at 6, but my friend has to work until like 7, so I'm fine with it. Okay. Oh, no, that's a rocket. Okay, we're good. We're good. You know what? I haven't been using this ability, but I really need to. Hack. Okay. Look, I have a Geth friend. Let's go down the elevator with him. I don't think I can until I kill him. Aw. Well. Can I hurt him?
Good work on the gun, Shadow Team. Now it's our turn.
Oh, well, there goes the shield. Bye. We're almost to the choice.
That's it. We need to clear the Geth and set those charges. Countermeasure deployed.
Man, I sometimes ask people this question. If there was a game, or you know what? A game series.
Everyone bunker down. Bunker
to an
down.
extent. You know, if you said Final Fantasy, that's way too many games. But like maybe like a trilogy, like Mass Effect. If you had a game series that you could literally erase from your brain so you could play it again for the first time, what would it be? Mine would be Mass Effect. Because playing these games for the first time, I remember them very well.
Nice.
My memory sucks.
That's one less thing to worry about. Commander, I'm bringing us in. I'll get as close to the site as I can.
But I distinctly remember my first playthrough of all 3. And I just wish I could go back to that. I really enjoyed it. Take this, Joker. Never mind. It didn't blow up. Never mind. Carry on. And now we get to see the people on the ship we never get to see. These guys are the ones that get stuff done behind the scenes. The ship has more people than just our teammates. I'm surprised they can lift that thing.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, do you read me?
The nuke is almost ready, Lieutenant. Get to the rendezvous point.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Get them out of there, Joker. Now!
Negative. It's too hot. You can't risk it. We'll hold them off as long as we...
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the nuke. Go get them and meet me back here.
Up to the AA tower. Move!
Oh, gotta save our best human buddy, Caden. Well, we're fighting a bunch of Geth. I'll bring Tally. And I'll bring Garrett. You know, I've been using Garrus for a while. Let's bring we'll bring these two. And then, oh, no, right door. Never mind. I was going to say it was the wrong door. Get him, Rex. What's the best way to take on a Krogan? With a Krogan.
I've lost shields.
Oh, whoa, what was that? Did they just use an ability on me? That is 3 angry Krogan. And Tally's dead. And okay. Rex, a little help. Little help, Rex. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm okay. That was a pretty funny fall. Please tell me that auto-saved. It did. Thank you, game. You know what? You know what? I might have to do this. Oh, I got charm maxed down. I am very charming. Unlike real life. And I can max out marksman, which I hardly ever use. So I'm going to do it. Just like in Final Fantasy games, I tend not to use stuff. I tend not to use abilities. I just like to conserve stuff. And I know abilities aren't they're an infinite resource. They just have, you know, cooldown time. I prefer characters that are simpler to use. If I ever played D&D, I would definitely be like a sword and shield person and not a caster. 3 points, eh? Do I want... Yeah, I want fitness. 29? Oops. I may or may not have forgotten to mess with Tally. Oh, they're both my shotgun people. Well, whatever. A team of... I'll take two teammates with shotguns. I don't know why I did that. Let me undo that. There we go. Unlock shotgun and then just pump some points into there. Now, max out electronics. Max out decryption so she can open anything I find. And you know what? Hacking. Oh, I can almost reach it. 1 point. That's fine. Yeah, when I get back to the ship after this mission, I'm going to have to go through my inventory. I hate to do it on stream, but I don't have a choice. I have too much stuff. Oh, I'm full now. Oh, no. Whoops. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have to sit here and do this. I'll get rid of any of the 6s I see. 5s. Oh, this is even better than item management. See, the problem is I can't equip everyone unless I'm on the ship. So I don't know what to get rid of, but I still might have to go through my inventory and get rid of some stuff. This is bad. This is a rookie mistake that I should have seen coming. I did mention it, but I didn't do anything about it. They are all 7s. I might have to get rid of everything. Oh, there's a 6. Okay, I got more 6s that I can do. At least I'm getting plenty of Omnigel. Oh, this is bad. That means everything I've been picking up might have to be broken down. Well, I'm going to prioritize. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to have to at least take out some stuff. Ooh, look at that pistol. No wonder I've been crap in combat. Still didn't get a heatsink. Heatsink is the best one by far. I love it. Combat scanner's stupid. You know what? I'm going to stick with cryo. Good, good. No, I'm never going to find anything better than that, at least for a long time. Ooh, shields. Okay. How about some tech? I'm fine with that. Grenades. Fusion. Sounds fun. Rex, you get first pick at shotgun. Which... Oh. Why is that below all those? Now again, I don't think these matter except for the damage increasing ones. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have any. So you know what? You get a combat scanner. Unfortunately, no new Krogan armor. Oh. Sorry, Rex, but you're kind of stuck with what you got. Once again, I never find Quarian armor. It's so rare. Look how bad our armor is. I might actually have to change my position. I need to buy licenses, permanent upgrades to stuff like grenades and medkits or metagel, and Quarian armor. She gets second pick on shotgun. Sure. Proton round. Oh, that's the shield bypass ones. I'm not a really big fan of those. And she'll also take cryo. Yep, I guess that's it. Now I'm gonna have to start breaking some stuff down. Now oops, see, it automatically goes back up to the top. I hate that. Wait. Okay, well, I just broke down the Geth Pulse Rifle. Even though you saw me literally hit the thing and then do this, it still broke it down. Cool. It's gone now. Break down the small stuff first. Oh well, I'll find another one. I literally only have one person that uses assault rifle, and that's Ashley. Although, maybe I'll change Rex into an assault rifle user, so Tally can be my shotgun user, because her options are shotgun and pistol. That is a lot of shotguns. You think this is bad? Try doing the mods. When you break one down, it automatically scrolls back up to the top. So I prefer to sell those and break down the weapons. Okay. I also need to remember that I can only outfit 2 people right now. So I need to keep a few of everything just in case, you know. I mean, that's a good idea anyway. And sorry if my mic is picking up my mouse. It isn't. I have one of the clickiest mouse. Should I make that plural? That I've ever heard. So if my mic isn't picking it up, I am very surprised. And sniper rifles, Garrus is the sniper boy. How can he not be? I know in this game he's kind of just like a tech soldier. And in 2 and 3 he's made to be the sniper. But after playing 2 and 3, oh, well, whatever, he can have that. But after playing 2 and 3, Garrus is the sniper. And I still think it's funny that the item management in Mass Effect 1 takes me a lot longer than a game like Final Fantasy X. I kind of like the bonuses. Now, I'm going to wait to break down the armor until I equip everyone. That's the harder one to kind of plan ahead. Alright, I think I'm good for now. So I'm going to save it. There's no way I'm doing that again. Once again, I think I'm going to be brainstorming ideas for a save emote. Okay. Kill the Geth first, because they're annoying. Unfortunately, again, my abilities are really only good against shields and synthetics. I can't really do much against Krogan. They're my weakness. Rex, I need you to stand. I need you to deal with this. This is you. This is your thing. Good job. And this is why I need to use Marksman more. It's ridiculously powerful. Look how fast I can shoot. And I'm kind of wasting it right now, but... Speaking of things I need to watch, I still have a few episodes of each CW DC show before I watch the crossover. But I also want to read the Expanse book some more. Oh, decisions.
Damn. Geth are sending in reinforcements.
Chief, we just spotted a troop ship inbound to your location.
It's already here, and is bleeding Geth all over the bomb site.
Can you hold them off?
There's too many! I don't think we can hold them! I'm activating the nuke!
What are you doing, Chief?
Making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what! It's done, Commander. Go get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here!
Belay that. We can handle ourselves. Go back and get Williams.
When I first played this, of course I thought, there's gotta be a way to save both of them, right? There's gotta be a third option I missed. Or maybe I go to save one of them and it can literally go back on the other and all this stuff. Nope. I don't think there's a mod for it. When I first played this was a hard decision. And I can tell you, out of all the times I've played this game, I have saved Kaidan only once. Only once has Kaidan made it to Mass Effect 3. But I'm not going to pick who I like better as a character. That would be... I'm not going to do that. If I was really in this situation, honestly, Kaidan is better in a fight because he has biotics. It's something that Ashley doesn't have. It makes him a better soldier. He's also higher ranking. So in that situation, he is kind of more useful. Also, he's with a bunch of Solarians that are in trouble. If I go and get Kaidan, I can save the Solarian team that's with him as well. If I go get Ashley, not only will Kaidan die, but in this situation, I would believe that all the Solarian group would also die. Kirahi and his group. So it's save one person or save multiple. In that instance, it's a no-brainer.
Alenko, radio Joker and tell him to meet us on the AA tower.
Yes, Commander.
You know it's the right choice, LT.
I'm sorry, Ash. I had to make a choice.
I understand, Commander. I don't regret a thing.
Oh, now it's playing the sad music. Oh. Now look, I know from like I said, I make my choices based on the information I have, and don't talk about, like, at least at the moment, what it means for the next game or two. I know that the Solarian group survives no matter what. Like, even if you think, like, oh, if I don't go get Kaidan and the Solarians, they all die. They don't. If I were to save Ashley, or you save the person at the nuke, the Solarian team still makes it out. Which makes sense. If they made it the other way, it'd be too easy of a decision. Of course you would save the group of Solarians and your teammate instead of just your teammate. Oh, wow.
Commander, you need to move fast. We can't hold these things off much longer.
Ooh, that was a nice teamwork there.
Watch the corners! Suppressing fire!
Don't worry, Kaidan and Solarians. I'll help you. Well, job's done.
This has been an impressive diversion, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
Why are you doing this?
You've seen the vision from the beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. Trillions dead, but what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? Is submission not preferable to extinction?
I'll be honest, he has a valid point. The Protheans were way more advanced than us, and they lost. But, yeah, he's right, it's not that simple. I mean, you kind of find that out later a bit, but...
Do you really believe the Reapers will let us live?
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives could be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign. Though I was aware of the dangers, I had hoped this facility could protect me.
I do find this a little odd. According to Anderson and everyone else, Saren's a hothead. He enjoys the killing. Yet, in his mind, he's trying to save lives. So I kind of feel bad for him. It's like he felt this was the proper way to go to save lives in the long run. I still don't like him, but I get where he's coming from. But it's a very Spectre way to look at things. Yeah, you're gone.
You're like every other poor bastard in this place. A tool Sovereign can use, then cast aside.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Why are the Geth following Sovereign?
They believe Sovereign to be some kind of god, the pinnacle of their own evolution. But the reaction of their deity is most telling. It is insulted. Sovereign does not desire the pitiful devotions the Geth hurl at it. They are just tools, and no amount of belief on their part will change that. But as tools, they are useful. They will survive the coming invasion. If organic life is to survive, we must also prove we are useful. We must work with the Reapers.
Yeah, if the Reapers view organics as beneath them, I'm sure they view the Geth as well. I mean, the Geth are... They have to view the Geth as just like... It'd be like if a human of today met a caveman, in a sense. Well, that's a bad analogy because Reapers are huge and powerful.
Tell me why Sovereign needs the conduit. Tell me what it is. Maybe we can find a way to stop them.
The conduit is the key to your destruction and my salvation. Sovereign needs my help to find it. That is the only reason I have not been indoctrinated.
Well, thanks for being super vague and not telling me what it is.
Sovereign's manipulating you and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit, I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
And that's where his heroicness, what little he had, disappears. He said he was doing it for the greater good to save people. It sounds like he's just trying to save himself. And he literally just said that.
Together we can stop Sovereign. We don't have to submit to the Reapers. We can beat them.
I no longer believe that, Shepard. The visions cannot be denied. The Reapers are too powerful. The only hope of survival is to join with them. Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
You were a Spectre. You were sworn to defend the galaxy. Then you broke that vow to save yourself.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
You must die. Now we gotta fight Green Goblin. Or I guess Blue Goblin. Did I just... No. Oh, that did a lot of damage to him, though. Where are you going? He's not even facing... His model isn't even moving. It's just... Oh. I think I might have just cheated death there. These scenes are kind of showing how mismatched this fight is. I couldn't do anything to him with my weapon, and he's able to beat me up physically. Well, bye. And we gotta go. Oh, there's a bomb about to go off. Sorry, Ashley. You will be remembered. And if you notice, she's really not shooting at anything. Like, there's enemies, then you start seeing the angles that she's shooting at the end. She's kind of just shooting into the ground. Yeah.
All right, everybody, hang on!
Maybe she survived. If it was Rex, you know, there's a slight chance.
I can't believe that Ash didn't make it. How could we just leave her down there?
No choice.
Williams knew the risks going in. She gave her life to save the rest of us.
But why me? Why not her?
God, look how the bottom options in this game are so harsh.
It wasn't your call, Alenko. I had to choose. I chose you.
But if I'd done my job, you wouldn't have had to make that call.
Nah, this is on Saren.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault. The only one to blame here is Saren.
Yes, sir, We'll get it done.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. Tell me, your visions, have they changed at all? Do you know where the conduit is now?
This would make sense. That the beacon on Eden Prime was destroyed while Shepard was still using it. This would be more complete.
The vision changed, but it's still not clear.
That is unfortunate. I am afraid our only choice is to go to Pharos. Maybe we will find what we need there.
I'll let Joker know where we're headed. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a comm buoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
Yeah, you can hear the slight sadness in Joker's voice.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Virmire was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
Ooh, the Turian guy didn't have anything bad to say this time.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, a sentient machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
Oh, it's accurate.
Sovereign's a Reaper. Saren admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel.
You probably saw your earlier reports, the ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information to throw you off balance. Our own intelligence has never turned up any corroborating information.
As much as I don't like the Council, sometimes they do have a point. You know, it's just my word. I have no way to prove that the Reapers exist, and there's always that possible chance that they're right, that Saren is just messing with me. But they made Shepard a Spectre. At some point, it'd be nice if they trusted him.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take something I say on faith, Counselor.
Try to see this from our perspective, Commander. Saren is a threat we can recognize. However, as far as we know, the Reapers only exist in your visions.
Our decisions affect trillions of lives. We cannot act on the accusations of a single person, even a Spectre. Not without solid evidence.
The Council cannot take any official action here. That is why we created the Spectres. You have the authority to act as you see fit.
If you truly believe Sovereign is the real threat, you must take whatever steps are necessary to stop it. And Saren.
Good luck, Commander. From all of us.
So, after our main mission, you know what time it is. Gotta talk to the teammates. Now again, I think Tally's done. I think Rex might be done. Garrus. I think it might just be maybe Caden. And maybe Liara. There's that awkward... I love this awkward scene. The sweaty Shepard.
Anything you need, Commander?
I wanted to see how you're dealing with Ash's death.
Dealing, sir. Sorry for anything I said back there. Adrenaline.
Nah, you're good.
I understand. I don't like losing people either.
I've served for years, but never lost a soldier under my command. Not to hostile action, anyway. If you don't mind my asking, how did you deal with the losses on Elysium?
Ooh, tailored dialogue depending on my my service record. Nice touch.
It was my job to get everyone out safe. I failed. I vowed not to let that happen again. Same here. I'll remember her, and I'll do better for her.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do. Thanks for the advice, sir.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. After-action debriefs. What we found out about Sovereign.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
I think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. But at 17, that's something.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Yeah, I don't really see cadence snapping. That'd be something to see. And I guess, having bionics, it's very similar to, like, superpowers in a way. Like, I love X-Men, so that's kind of interesting to me. The idea that if you had powers like that, they're very dangerous. And if you lose control, you can kill someone. Like what just happened with him.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
And Caden also seems like the kind of person that would be really messed up by knowing he killed someone. I'm sure he's gotten better at dealing with it, but...
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Input? Hell, I don't know. We're fighting giant machines from outside the galaxy. Should I be afraid of them? Or in awe of them? Anything so old, so intelligent.
Yeah, we're basically bugs to them. They did a really good job to make Sovereign seem like a very, very powerful foe. Maybe even a little too powerful.
Yeah, they've been around a while. So were the Turians. We gave them a boot in the ass.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boot, Commander.
I agree.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
And Liara might have something too. Of course, it depends. Since I blocked off the relationship, I don't know how this will go.
I've been thinking about Saren. I actually feel a little sorry for him now.
I don't know. He sounds like a complete jerk before this happened to him. Well, they've heavily hinted that Mass Effect is coming back. And I'll be honest, I would not mind an Andromeda 2. I think the Andromeda universe, well, I know it's a galaxy, but you know what I mean. The Andromeda universe, game-wise, has a lot of potential. It's going to be sad if they drop it. I read the book. Well, there's 3 books. 2 are prequels. One is about Korra, and some of her training with the Asari Huntresses and then going to join the initiative. The other is what happened right before they got there with Sloane Kelly and all those characters, basically the rebellion, when they broke off. The last one was what I like to call the DLC book. It was about the Quarian arc. They were fine, but I really hope the Andromeda stuff isn't dead. I want them to try to save it the correct way.
He's become a slave to the Reapers and he can't even see it.
He is trapped inside his own mind. Part of him senses his identity slowly being swallowed up by Sovereign, but he is powerless to stop it. I wonder how he first fell into Sovereign's trap. Did he think he could somehow stop the Reapers from returning? Or was he simply driven by a lust for power and glory?
I mean, we've already kind of discussed this. Inside, he's kind of a coward. He's doing this to save himself. He was told if he did this, he gets to live. So, I don't even think it's a lust for power. I think deep down, someone like Saren is just afraid of dying. I mean, I can't blame him, but...
Whatever Saren's reasons may have been, they're long gone now. He has to be stopped.
Yes, I suppose you're right. He may be Sovereign's victim, but he is also a threat to all life as we know it. Let's not spend every free minute talking about Saren. It is bad enough we are chasing him across the galaxy.
I agree with that, but I don't see it happening, unfortunately. Speaking of that, I will say this. I'm looking forward to Dragon Age 4. The Dragon Age world is really cool. I don't talk about it that much, but they're very fun games. I like all of them. I love the first one. I even like the second one for its faults, and I love Inquisition. Just for the dialogue, the characters. It's just really fun. It's like the world feels very alive. It feels very believable. You can connect to it that way. I don't like the companions in 2 that much, but I like the dialogue. But I'll tell you this, Dragon Age 4 better be good. If Dragon Age 4 fails, I mean, they're done. If you completely destroy Mass Effect and then mess up Anthem and make the next Dragon Age terrible, you're kind of done. So, I really want it to be good. Not only do I want it to be good because I want it to be good, but also so if it is good, a new Mass Effect is much more likely.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
What do you mean?
You need to take care of yourself, Commander. The crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
I'm good.
I've got broad shoulders.
I have no doubt about that. But can they carry the weight of an entire galaxy? If we don't stop Saren... No, never mind. I'm sorry, Commander. The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how grim things are. Is there anything else you would rather talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Every time I hear that, I should go. I should go. I should go. But I'm really finding myself looking forward to Dragon Age. Because it's been years since I played Origins. It's one of those games that sneaks up on me. I don't play it all the time. Then I start thinking about it and I'm like, oh man, it's been like 5 years since I played that game. I need to play it. Like how Origins also it has the very BioWare setup. Where, you know, it's like 3 or 4 places to go and another one pops up, like Virmire. And then you do it. It definitely sticks by that. And I like how 2 and Inquisition change things up. Although to be fair, Inquisition's very similar to Andromeda, so...
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
It is amazing, though. Inquisition came out like 2 years before Andromeda, yet Inquisition looks so much better. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Oh, look, I got a bunch of Solarians on my team. I would love if that was the case. Oh, I kind of want to look this up. I wonder if they ever thought about putting Kirrahe on your team in this game. You don't have a Solarian teammate in this game. That would have been so cool to have him on my team.
It was an honor working with you, Commander Shepard. Despite the losses, our mission was a success. My superiors will duly honor Chief Williams for her actions. Her sacrifice has earned humanity a great deal of respect from my people.
Ash was a hell of a soldier. She knew what the risks were, but she did what she had to.
Of course. The grim reality that every soldier must accept. Rest assured, Commander, my men and I will not forget what you have accomplished here. We will leave your ship as soon as you reach your next destination. Perhaps we will have the opportunity to work together again someday.
I look forward to it.
You have my gratitude, Commander. Most people would have left our team behind. The captain considers the mission a success. I defer to his judgment.
Let me see what you have.
Now, once again, I've added something to my thing I want to buy. And that is Quarian armor. Look at all those upgrades I just got. I like Kirrahe.
Commander, things got heated back on Virmire. You did what you had to do. I respect your choice.
I appreciate what you did, Rex. I won't forget it.
Just make sure it was worth it. Saren has to pay for what he's done.
Agreed.
We'll have him soon enough. Then he can answer for his crimes.
He'll do more than just answer if I have anything to say about it.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yeah, we all know how... Aw. I went to go talk to Ashley. Aw. Well, that's sad. Okay. Now it's not sad. Equipping new stuff. Again, I'm gonna give him the sensor because it does nothing. Sure. What do I want to give? What do I want to give Cade? We'll stick with the cryo because it's the best. It's the best ones I have. Anything good here? Ooh, I'm gonna see if that's better than what I have. Ooh, oh, only 10 more shield. The other ones go down? No, thank you. Also not good. Alright. I think I need a little. I think I need an armor improvement on most of my guys.
We will hold the line.
Oh, Coffee Bean, thanks for the follow. I love watching Medina get punched. It's fun. That's why I put that as my follower thing. Garrus. I think for teammates all that matters is damage anyway, so there you go. Yep, I'm sticking with that even though it's only a 5. Combat sensors for all. Ooh, I got better armor for Garrus. Not bad, not bad. Health regeneration, that's fine. Ooh, and I can put 2 on him. Sure. That's a little better. Well, yeah, who doesn't... I mean, look, I've made the choice where Anderson does the other option once just to see what it was. Why would you never... No. I would like... You know how, like, at the end of, like, a Telltale game, it shows all the percentages of what people did? You know that the Udina punch is, like, 99% on that. Come on. It's like one of the most universal things in that game. Okay, that's good. Rex. Since Ashley's gone, I'm going to make Rex my new assault rifle person. Which means I have to put points into it, but that's fine. So I'm going to give him the best assault rifle I have. Once again, I give him the thing that does nothing. And of course, Rex would have incendiary rounds. Why would you give him anything else? Better damage, less shields. And no biotic protection. No, thank you. Tally. I already put stuff on her, so this is fine. I need to start using Liara more. I mean, to be fair, I did use her on most of Novaria, but still, I feel like I'm neglecting her a bit. She's been on the ship a little too much. I could put this on her, but I want to see if it's better than my pistol. Once again, I put the stuff on that doesn't matter. She had Shredder rounds on? Interesting. I'm going to give her the shield bypass. Since her biotic abilities doesn't have the ability to shred shields. I do, but... And of course, I'm always on the team. I always forget that Liara has tech abilities in this game. Sure. Oh, that's actually pretty cool looking. Shields are fine, even though it's only a 4. I'll give her more shields, and I'll give her all that stuff. Alright. And now I can finish up the best part of the stream again. Nope, not that. Item management. Now that everyone's properly equipped, I can just break stuff down. Oh yeah, I need to see if that... Nope. That means I can put this pistol on somebody. Oh, it wasn't this one, it was this one. I have the Brawler. So I'm going to keep the Brawler and give it to either Caden or Liara. Only one person using snipe... Using? My Jar Jar Binks. Only one person uses sniper rifles, so... Again, nothing great. Okay. This is where I can afford to do this. Everyone has the best armor on, so I can literally just break it all down. Oop. And then I can sell all the mods I'm not using. Little extra cash. I just got completely turned around. Over here. I think for a second, I just got lost in my own cargo bay.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, sell. Just, I can sell almost everything. This is so much faster to do. Buy everything. Hello, money. Too bad there's not a sell all button. One thing this game does have, though, that I appreciate, a buyback button. Every RPG should have a buyback button. Final Fantasy X doesn't. If you sell something, it's gone forever. As far as I know. There. I will not have to do inventory management for a long time. Now, one thing I will do...
Looking for supplies?
Because I have so many licenses, I'm going to see if he has any Quarian
got,
armor.
Commander.
That's the one thing I need to upgrade, is Quarian armor. This is heavy human armor. No one can equip that. Unfortunately, when I compare, it compares it to myself, not my teammates. This could be better than what I have on somebody, but I don't know. Then you have these weapons that are awesome, but super expensive. How about a new pistol? I can at least compare that. This one is slightly better. I'm not going to buy weapons. Light armor human. Turian. Human. Oh, no, Quarian armor. It makes sense. From a lore perspective, Quarian armor is literally a Quarian, like, pressure suit. That would be harder to find, wouldn't it? Now, I'm pretty sure Tally has nothing to say.
Hey, Shepard.
Yep. Bye.
See you later.
I'll be honest, I love Tally. But I always found her to be a little boring in the first game. She seems to have less dialogue. And I sometimes forget she existed. Then they did such a good job with her in the rest of the series, it makes her retroactively better, in my opinion, in this game. Well, that is a main mission done. Which I believe, I don't remember if Virmire unlocks a new system for side quests or not, but I know that Noveria did. But since it's Saturday, I'm going to stream a little bit longer than normal. So I have like another hour and a half to go. Which means I'm going to do one of my favorite things in this game. The Asteroid X-57 DLC, Bringing Down the Sky. I love this DLC. I think it was a great addition to the game. It introduces the Batarians. You know the Batarians exist, but you never see them until this.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
Of course I am.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
Oh, well, you know what? You can count on me.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth lead out.
Well, I think the DLC is going to be on hold for a second, because I want to do this mission. Now, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see. Besieged base. Located in the Cacus system of the Hades Gamma Cluster. Hades Gamma Cluster. Say it over and over again so I don't forget. Hades Gamma Cluster. You think I would know the layout of these maps pretty well, but I don't. Thing is, I also don't remember what systems unlock when you do Noveria and Pharos, and maybe even Virmire. I don't remember. So unfortunately, the only way to find them will be to go to every system and then maybe probably land and see if I've been on the planet. Zyarter. Zayarter. Sure. An enigmatic terrestrial planet. It has a hazy atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of calcium with deposits of sodium. 3 times in the last century, ships stopping to discharge at the Triarmus, I guess is the name of the star, has reported geometric patterns of light on the dark side of the planet. Attempts at closer investigation proved fruitless. The lights disappeared when ships moved up. That Am I the only one that thinks that's wrong? That's the incorrect grammar? Disappear when ships move, approach the inner system. Right then. Survey. Ooh, I found some mercury. Chohi. It's a terrestrial planet whose surface is mainly composed of aluminum with numerous deposits of calcium. Though it has enough mass to retain a dense atmosphere, the planet is nearly a vacuum. This lack of atmosphere allows a moderate average temperature, but the difference between day and nights are extreme. The surface, sunward-facing side, is usually covered by a haze of volatiles, mainly water vapor and carbon dioxide, which return to the ground as frost over the course of the long, cold night. The Serta Foundation has established a research outpost on the planet to investigate the native subterranean life, which shows incredible resilience to extremes of heat and cold. Zamari. It's a small, airless, cratered terrestrial, a lifeless rock quite similar to Luna. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of silicates, though one hemisphere has several seas of dark basaltic rock. Ooh, I got an asteroid field. Only scanning space was this easy. Really? Nothing? There's hardly ever nothing in these. Huh. Faringor. A large but low-density terrestrial world, the planet is generally believed to consist mainly of water ice, occasional upwelling of metals caused by the interacting tidal forces of several large moons suggests the core is small but extremely dense. The planet has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of dark carbon-laced water ice. 10 years ago, the planet's grim surface color and dim illumination drew the cinematographer Riza Uvarson to film the exterior scenes of Starless on location. Acknowledged as a masterpiece of gothic horror, the sets, well preserved by the vacuum, draw hundreds of tourists to the backwater system every year. Oh, that's pretty cool. They filmed a movie here and the sets are still there. I found polonium. And the last planet, Triarmus. Oh, this is the gas giant they were talking about, not the star. It's a hydrogen-helium gas giant with a powerful magnetic field, making it a popular discharge site for freighters working the Anasi-Ishtar shipping route. It is popular enough, in fact, that the Quarian ships can often be found loitering in orbit, selling the freighter crews cheap refreshments, salvage, and odd craftsworks assembled by their children. Macaroni art. There are no ships in orbit at present, however. Alright. Time to go save those people. Biotic fanatics, huh? Well, I'm going to bring Caden. Maybe he can talk them down. I doubt it. And we know this is going to be a combat mission, but I have to be careful. Unfortunately, Rex is like a Krogan in a china shop. So I'm not bringing him. I need someone a little more accurate. Like a sniper. We got the tech crew. Minus Tally. I have a lot of tech people, don't I?